Hey, they say it ain't over till it's over. And let me tell you, this one definitely ain't over.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Giants burner at wide receiver. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Giants.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 20, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now
a pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Here's Darnold. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
that's a nice job there because you got
The offense is in the red zone. It's a 1st and 10 situation at the 15-yard line. Throwing, Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Right there to break that up, Damian Wilson. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them. Is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it?
Touchdown, Giants! A great play there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that change.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. 4th quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go. From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This defense now trying desperately to hold on to this 4th quarter lead, but to do it, they've got to keep this offense out of the end zone. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And unit on here. And we drop you back into the action. The field goal unit on here in the 4th quarter. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn. A lot of points put on the board so far by this offense. Now they're looking for more. Already winning here in the 2nd half. Ball in the red zone. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.
It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got the Giants' superstar wide receiver. He's coming off a week where he stuffed the stat sheet in both yards.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Jones wants to throw to start things out here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And, gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now Jones.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he comes back with one complete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
He's into the secondary, and he's brought down.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A great effort there. They'll make the ground. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So they come out this week the same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Jones throwing for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler. First down, Prescott. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. O'Shane Ximines buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Now Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. A sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. $16-0. That's the score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. O'Shane Ximines able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical...
And all the way in! Touchdown, New York! A great play there! Touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps the lead up even further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB there, partner. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
And some room to work. And one more time. Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their first-half lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, Parker, one more time. You put the ball in the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play shoots, do you?
No. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So we are at halftime. No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now Jones on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps.
Touchdown, Giants! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
They'll look to throw. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get him 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Dallas offense set for this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A give to Elliott running left. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it up. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott now. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Prescott from the gun. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. The ball away, and it falls incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Giants are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for two. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys, and look, under normal situations,
and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. They'll make the grab. And the Giants are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing, Prescott, and a little floater there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll return it from the 6. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Throwing, Jones. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on off. Oh, he fakes a spike. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Daniel Bellinger with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the sixth time he's been sacked in this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the